Morning, good day, good evening, good night, wherever you may be right now. This is Tarkhan back with another video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I want to talk today a little bit about a concept called manifestational raindrops. Now, this is something I read about recently, and I like it because, you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I like to take sort of basic concepts and put a different spin on them. Or at the very least, I like to present you guys with a different way to look at something. I like to present analogies, right? Metaphors, to help the monkey mind kind of accept these concepts, these manifesting concepts, because it's a little difficult sometimes for the logical mind to accept this stuff, okay? Or to kind of wrap itself around it, because like I've said before, and I say this again and again, manifesting is not an intellectual process. It's not a thinking process. It's a feeling process. It's something that you feel your way into, which is why, of course, you know, teachers like Neville and such, and that crowd, tend to talk about going to the end result. And really what that means is feeling like you have the thing that you want already. You're really getting into the energetic mode of it. I have it. I have it. I have it. I have it. Okay. You know, when we talk about techniques and methods, they're really designed to train you to get into that mindset of having it already, to get into that feeling state of having what you want already. I see this a lot from people. They want to, you know, then they come at, well, but what about this? What about that, Tarkhan? What about this thing that happened? And you're still looking at the outside world. You're still trying to make some kind of logical sense of it all. And I really want to tell you, this is not about problem solving. This is about allowing, right? So, you know, some of the ways that we kind of help ourselves to allow manifesting to really work in our favor, because remember, it's always working. It's just like gravity. It's always working, okay? But you understand how it works. You want to get to know how it works so that you're not out there stumbling and falling on your butt all the time. You're learning how gravity works, okay? So that you learn how to move your feet and your legs and your arms in a certain way, sit in a certain way, stand in a certain way, so you don't fall over, so you don't, you know, whatever it is. Understanding how to make a force that is always in place, that's always working, work for you, for your benefit. Manifesting is the same way. You're always doing it, okay? Constantly 24/7, you can't stop doing it. It's just like we can't just stop having gravity, all right? Of course, what we're all trying to accomplish here, what we really are after, is to use this force of manifesting to our advantage, to use it to our benefit, to be able to control it, to be able to maneuver within it so that we can have more of the things that we want and fewer of the things that we don't want, okay? So, you know, that's a logical, intellectual way for me to explain it, right? It's a little difficult sometimes to do this because, you know, so often I just want to be able to, you know, beam myself into your brain, just show you what this is all about, that it is a feeling process. But if you're going to use your mind for anything, all right, and so many times we notice the things that aren't working for us. And it's because that's a habit we've gotten into, right? And in our society, in our culture, that's something that's encouraged. Look at all the negative things. Look at the things that aren't working. React to them, right? I mean, you see this all around the world, especially these days. You know, people just reacting to their physical reality, not understanding, they create their own physical reality by where they put their focus, where they decide to put their focus. And B, whatever you're seeing in your physical reality is already old news. That's already energy that you've put out there, you see. That's important to understand, that your physical reality is the last thing to catch up to your point of attraction. All right? So you're always creating in the now. Your point of attraction is always right now. Now, if you're seeing something like bills piling up, well, guess what? That's energy that you've already put out there that has manifested. That's not necessarily your energy right now. That's why it's so important to pay your bills as much as you can. I'm not saying don't pay your bills. I'm saying put as little focus on that as possible. Do only the bare minimum necessity of dealing with those things that you don't like as possible. And then the rest of the time, really take your focus and attention off it. And because with the understanding that that's energy from yesterday that's created that physical situation in your life. Okay. And you don't really need to think about it too much. You don't need to overanalyze it too much. You just need to understand, oh, this is my energy from yesterday coming back here to manifest itself. It's manifested itself now because the physical reality is the last thing to catch up to my vision, to my point of attraction. It's about how I feel in the now moment that's going to determine what the physical reality is going to be from here on forth that I'm going to manifest and pull in. And now after that long-winded introduction, one of the best ways to understand this concept is to take a look at these manifestational raindrops. Now, this is no different than signs. Really, I'm talking about signs here, guys, okay? But what you want to understand is just a different way of looking at it, just a different kind of analogy that's going to help your mind sort of wrap itself around this concept, okay? Because I get asked this a lot, even still, and I've done a lot of videos on signs, okay? Does it mean it's coming? Does it mean it's coming? Yes, the signs mean that it's coming. But more than it's coming, because it's already done. So you don't need to think about, is it coming? It's already done. The reality that you want to live is already there. It's closer to you than you think it is. Okay. Again, it's that radio station over there. But if you're tuned into this radio station, you can't hear what this one is broadcasting. But it's broadcasting all the time, 24/7. You just have to tune your dial into that station. That's what it means to feel your way into it. So as you're kind of going there, you're hearing little things, right? You're sort of, I don't know if you remember the way radios work. I don't know if people listen to radios anymore, but the radio dial, right? You kind of tune it like this, and you would hear little bits of the station that you want to reach, and then you have to sort of fine tune a little bit, and you hear a lot of static, and you hear some other stations coming in, and maybe a signal from an alien world or something like that. But you're realizing, you're like, I'm almost there. Just have to fine tune a little bit, just kind of fine tune it a little bit. That's what we're doing all the time, okay? So one of the great ways, let me get into this idea of manifestational raindrops, because this is just another way to explain signs, really, and how they work. Because so the basic concept is really, imagine you're outside and, clouds are starting to gather, and you start feeling those first few drops, raindrops, right? Just a little bit here, you see something on the corner of your eye, you see a little drop on the ground, and you feel a little drop on your skin. Now, it's not raining yet, but you can tell it's going to start raining pretty soon, right? Ooh, there's a few drops coming in. And you know that when you feel those drops and you see those little drops, you know that the storm is inevitable. You know that the rain is coming and it's inevitable. This is kind of how these manifestational signs work, okay? You might find a penny on the ground, all right? I've talked about the penny on the ground a lot, guys, and this is an important concept because people tend to dismiss these things. I've gotten so many comments from people that say, Tarkan, I'm tired of all the little manifestations. I want the big one that I've been after for a long, long time. And it's like, well, it's already there, first of all. Second of all, it's neither big nor small. To the universe, it's neither big nor small. It's all the same. A castle and a penny are just equally as easy to manifest for the universe. It's just your mind that places this big and small concept on these things. Okay, but okay, that aside, these small manifestations, as you might call them, are your raindrops. Okay, if you want a whole bunch of money in your life, but you're walking past pennies like, that's not enough. The penny is the raindrop, you understand? You know that song, Pennies from Heaven, right? The song really kind of says it because I think it's about just pennies just raining from heaven. If you got enough pennies raining from heaven, you turn your umbrella upside down and you just catch them, right? And then you've got a bunch of money. Every time I walk, I see a penny, okay? I stoop down. I don't care if I look like Scrooge McDuck doing it. I stoop down and I pick that thing up. And I put it in my pocket and I say, I appreciate this penny. Look, it's money. It is money. It's the energy of money. Because when you're doing that, it doesn't matter if the penny isn't going to pay your rent this month. You're expressing appreciation for the energy of money. Doing that, picking up that penny or that nickel or that dime, is precisely an act of sending that signal out that says, I have money. I have money. Look, money. Money is just lying around on the floor. It's just everywhere. And, whenever I do this, I find more and more pennies. I'm constantly finding pennies everywhere. And I go, whoo, right on, another penny. And people might look at me like I'm crazy. They do anyway. But hey, I'm a manifester. So I'm used to it. Okay. People think I'm kooky anyway for doing this stuff and believing this stuff. But look, it doesn't matter. All right. I'm stooping down. I'm picking up that penny. I'm looking at it. I'm appreciating it. I'm putting it in my pocket. And now I've practiced once again the feeling of having abundance, the feeling of having money, the feeling of look how easily these things come into my reality. Not even that. They don't have to come into my reality. They're already in my reality. They're everywhere. I'm just tuning into it, you see. As I tune into it, as I practice the feeling of having it and appreciating it and that sensation of having accomplished what I want already, I have abundance. I have wealth. I have money. Money just comes to me. Money just lies at my feet. I just have to stoop and pick it up. That's a very powerful, energetic signal to send out. Okay. So these are raindrops. So when you feel these raindrops, when you see these raindrops, you understand that the rain is coming. You understand it's inevitable. You just have to appreciate it. Okay. So this is like, it could be anything. If you want, on this channel, we have people who want their ex back, their specific person, or just a relationship in general. Those little things are important for you to count and appreciate. A smile from a stranger across a room. Now, it might not be your specific person, but it doesn't matter. Appreciate it because that's a raindrop, you understand? You're tuning into the frequency of love and appreciating that and connection and communication and flirting and all the wonderful things, playful things that make relationships and romance so attractive to us, that make them so exciting to us. Okay. If you're sitting around worrying, well, it's that person smiled at me. It wasn't my specific person. Or they texted me like a hello, then I didn't hear from them again for a while. This is kind of what happens because our minds are used to tuning into what's not working. So you get that big raindrop. Your specific person texted you. I get this a lot. And then people come to me and go, Tarkan, but then I didn't hear any more from her or him. Oh, maybe it's with somebody else. Maybe it didn't work. Maybe he decided not to like me. Why haven't I heard from him again? Now you go right back to what's not working instead of going, well, look at that fat raindrop, that text message. I always go, how long has it been since you heard from them last? Oh, God, 6 months, a year. I go, and you're complaining? This is a raindrop. This is a big fat indication from the universe saying it's working. What you're doing is working. Keep going. Appreciate the raindrop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's not your invitation to go, now count all the ways in which things aren't the way you want them to be. All right. So I don't know if people expect, you could have it this way. Okay. Your specific person could just come running into your home and say, marry me right now. I'm not saying that's impossible, but is that really what you want? You'd be like, hey, I'm making coffee right now. Chill out. Have a seat. Okay. You want the raindrops. Okay. Think about it this way too. This is another thing I was thinking about the other day. Think about if there were no transitional seasons, if there were no autumn, and no spring, okay? You just kind of go from winter to summer and from summer straight to winter. Think about that for a minute. What would that do to your system if today it's 92 degrees and then tomorrow it's 20 below, right? And then you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Your system would kind of flip out. Your head would kind of start spinning. It's too much. It's too much of a change all of a sudden. And yet people want this. They want it now, 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 now. And I always go, are you sure you want it now, 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 now? Or do you want the raindrops? Do you want the storm to start slowly? Do you want the seasons to change slowly? Do you want to see the transition? Part of what we come into this physical environment for is to witness this unfolding of what it is that we want, the unfolding of our creation. It's part of the fun, okay? the road trip analogy. It's kind of like, okay, let's go on a road trip, but let's get there right now. Well, the destination isn't necessarily the thing with the road trip, is it? A road trip is fun. It's fun to be on the road. It's fun to go there. It's fun to see all the sights. It's fun to sense that you're getting closer to your goal. It's fun to, listen to music and kind of zone out. And, there's something therapeutic about it. There's something nice about it. It's the road trip that you want, not the destination so much. I mean, you want the destination, but understand that you also want the journey there. All right. It's something lovely about watching the clouds come together in the sky and then feeling those first few drops and then a few more drops and a few more drops. And suddenly it's pouring and you're running for cover. Okay. Or maybe you're not running for cover. Maybe you're enjoying it and you're walking and singing and dancing in the rain. But that's the concept of the manifestational raindrops, okay? And they are messages from the universe. You can call them signs if you want. It's just another way of looking at it, okay? But understand that you need to be able to celebrate those things and use them to your advantage. And using them to your advantage means using them because that's why the universe gives them to you. The universe gives you these raindrops and these signs for you to be able to use them as tools to practice getting into the energy and the feeling of having the thing that you want, or the things or the circumstances that you want. Okay? It's giving their tools for you to use. So use them. All right? So the next time you find a penny on the street, be like me, be like Scrooge McDuck, Tarkan McDuck, and scoop on down. Bend over, pick that damn thing up, put it in your pocket and feel the appreciation of it. Feel the sense of having money. That's a penny I didn't have just now. And it's just lying there. The next time you might find $20. Okay. It's happened to me. It can happen to you. You can find way more than that. It could be other ways that the money will come to you. But that's the raindrop. You understand? Pennies from heaven. First it's going to be a few. Then it's going to be a whole bunch. Okay. Turn that umbrella upside down and learn to count. Learn to count these things. All right. Now, again, this is just another way of looking at something I've talked about a bunch of times. But I like these little analogies. I like these different ways of presenting this because, again, it helps your mind. It helps the monkey mind, the ego mind, kind of wrap itself around these concepts and not try to intellectualize things so much. And not overthink and overanalyze, and not use these things, these signs and raindrops as an excuse to go, oh, look, all the ways in which it's not working. Look at all the ways in which I don't have what I want yet. They should be used in such a way that you go, oh, look, it's starting to rain. Look, here's a raindrop. Look, here's a chunk of what I want showing up in my reality. And it's a big message from the universe saying, keep going. You're doing well. It's there. It's inevitable. It's happening. The rain is coming. The pennies are coming. The love is coming. The messages are coming. The specific person is coming. The good health is coming. The good cheer is coming. Okay? And again, I say coming, but it's there already. All right. And I've said that in many videos. It's there already. The moment you conceive of something, a situation, a circumstance, a thing that you want, the moment your mind conceives of it, it exists already in that parallel reality, in that other radio station. You just want to tune yourself into it. That's all it is, guys. All right. So that's the concept of the manifestational raindrops. I hope that helps you guys. I hope that was clear enough. And if you did like it, if you like the cut of my jib, if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe, hit like on the video, and share it with anyone that you think might benefit from it. And once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, I'm Tarkan. Be well, happy manifesting, and bye-bye.